In this part, we will discuss how to form passive voice of imperative, interrogative and negative sentences and the sentences having modals, infinitives and prepositional phrase. Let's move to the modal verbs. Modal verbs are another kind of auxiliaries like may, might, shall, should, will, would, can, could, etc. Must, should, ought to, used to and many more. Now the structure for passive voice of modal verbs is modals plus be plus past participle form of the verb. Here modals is written but only one modal verb is there and then be then past participle form of the verb is there which is mandatory. Okay, so for example, I take this sentence, they might help you. So here the object in the active voice will become as subject in the passive voice. Okay, so here I have just taken this object in the passive voice. So the passive voice should be you might be helped by them. So they, the pronoun, subject pronoun would become as object pronoun. They ka we can use them. Okay, then next example, he can lift the box easily. So here again the object will be brought in the beginning in passive voice. The box can be lifted by him easily. Verbs followed by two infinitives have some different structure in passive voice. Okay, so in active voice, two infinitive plus V1. V1 means first form of the verb will be changed into to be plus V3. V3 means past participle form of the verb or the third form of the verb. As we all know that third form of the verb is essential, is necessary to use in passive voice. Okay, for example, you have to do this work. Passive voice, this work has to be done by you. Third form of the verb, third form of do verb, here done I have applied and we have used two infinitives plus be plus third form. So here passive voice will be this work has to be done by you. Okay, now come to the prepositional verbs. So certain verbs are followed by the prepositions, some prepositions also. So these prepositions are placed after the verb. Okay, for example, here she looks at. So here this is your prepositional phrase. She looks at the board. Passive voice, the board is looked at. So we have to take this preposition just after the verb. Alright. So the passive voice, the board is looked at by her. Then again the next example, I listened to. So here prepositional phrase is, prepositional verb is listened to. I listened to her advice. Passive voice, her advice was listened to by me. So here the prepositional phrase would be placed as it is, though we have changed the form of the verb in passive voice. Okay, let's move to interrogative sentences. So interrogative sentences are questions only. So these are generally of two types, yes no answer questions and WH questions. Yes no questions are those questions where the answer will be in yes or no, and WH questions always begin with WH words like when, where, why, whom, who, etc. So for example, do you help me? Now children, here you should remember that question will remain the question in passive voice. Okay, it doesn't mean that we have to change this question into answer. No. So what should be there in passive voice? So do you help me? As you remember the structure of passive voice, see here do denotes the simple present tense, interrogative sentence. So you need to follow the structure of simple present tense, passive voice. So you have to use is, am, are. Be auxiliary is, am, are. So your object is me. So me will become I. But here we have to keep the question as it is in the passive voice. So we use am. According to I, we have to use am, not is or are. Okay, am, then I, then third form of the verb, am I helped, then by you, by you, and put a question mark, it is important. Okay, so passive voice would be am I helped by you. Then the next example, did you help him? It means did denotes the simple past tense. So we have to follow the structure of simple past tense passive voice. So in simple past tense we use was verb plus past participle form of the verb. So here we have to use was or verb. So was or verb, what to apply? We have to check the object here because this object will become the subject here. So he should be there. So according to he we have to use was, not verb, because he is the third person singular. So was he, again third form of the verb, was he helped by you, and again put a question mark at the end. Alright, then this question will remain the question in passive voice also. Was he helped by you? Okay. Now let's move to the WH questions. So here, for example, how will you help him? In passive voice, here in active voice also, will denotes the simple future tense. So we have to apply the structure of simple future tense in passive voice. So here the structure is will plus be auxiliary plus past participle form of the verb. Here WH word will remain in the beginning. So in passive voice, how, then again auxiliary, how will, and put the object in subject place. Him will become he. How will he, then be auxiliary. How will he be helped, past participle form of the verb, by you. So passive voice will be how will he be helped by you. Now next example, why are you scattering the things? Now ing is there and is and are auxiliaries are there. They denote present continuous tense. So we have to apply the structure of present continuous tense. As we all know that in present continuous tense, in passive voice, we always apply is and are plus being, being, plus past participle form of the verb. So here let's try to make passive voice. So WH word will remain in the beginning. Why are you? Here are is mentioned as per the subject in active voice. But here we have to see this object because this object will come in subject's place. So the things, things are in plural number, so it's okay. We apply why are the things, why are the things. Now what else? Being scattered, past participle form of scatter, being scattered by you. And please don't forget to put this question mark in the end of the sentence. So the passive voice would be why are the things being scattered by you. Let's have a quick look of what we have learnt here. So here she wanted to stop the verb. So here to infinitive is used in the sentence. So we know the structure of to infinitives. To infinitives will be converted into to be plus past participle. So the passive voice should be she wanted the work to be stopped. She wanted to stop the work. She wanted the work to be stopped. So the work will come here just after she wanted. So next example, who taught you? So who will become by whom, right? So this is your WH question. So by whom were you taught? Your second form of the verb is applied in active voice. It means this is in simple past. So we have to apply the structure of simple past tense. So in simple past tense we use were or was plus third form of the verb. So here, by whom were you taught, or you can say you were taught by whom. Both are correct. Okay. Have you beaten him? So here auxiliary verb is applied in the beginning of the sentence. It means this is your yes no question. It is a proper hint for yes no answer questions. Okay, so we have to use has here because he is third person singular. So we use has here. So has he been beaten by you? Then come to the next example. He tried to solve this sum. Passive voice. He tried this sum to be solved. Now here to solve this sum will be changed into this sum to be solved. Right? Now come to the negative sentences. Over here I have just taken two examples. Okay. So first is I do not write the summary. So the structure of all the tenses will remain the same, only not would be applied. Alright. So here this is your simple past negative sentence. So we have to use in passive voice the summary. Again object will remain in subject's place. The summary is not written by me. So I have just written this phrase inside the brackets because it's up to you whether you have to use by me or not, because sometimes I have already told you in the previous class that sometimes the action is more important, right? So it's up to you to use this phrase or not. Then come to the second one. Why can't you read this letter? The passive voice. Why can't this letter be read by you? Again this phrase, it's up to you to mention or not, right? Now let's move to the imperative sentences. So imperative sentences are the sentences in which the verbs express command, request, advice, etc. Okay, so these sentences are known as imperative sentences. So the structure for these sentences in passive voice is let plus subject in passive voice plus be plus third form of the verb or past participle form of the verb, right? So this is your structure for imperative sentences. We use let plus be plus third form of the verb, or we can have some other ways also, we will discuss later. So first of all, first example is bring some water. So here the passive voice will be like let some water. Here subject in passive voice. So subject in passive voice would be some water. So here we have used let some water be brought. Be and verb's third form. So we have used this. Let some water be brought. Okay. Then next is please bring me a glass of water. So here request is expressed through this sentence. So we have to use, okay, one more thing that we have to remember, that we just remove such words like please, kindly, we have to remove these words. Okay. So in passive voice we will say you are requested, because request is being expressed in the sentence. So we have to use you are requested to bring a glass of water. Alright. Next is consult a doctor. So here some advice is given, right? So here we can say you are advised to consult a doctor. These are the ways that we can change imperative sentences into passive voice. Alright, and I hope whatever we have discussed in this class might help you. Thank you very much.